Why did I move to Japan at age 24? Was it anime? Was it sushi? Not exactly, but here are four reasons why I moved to Japan at age 24. Number one is food, Japanese food. So, yes, I like sushi. I worked at a sushi restaurant in America, and that's actually one way how I learned Japanese was it was a Japanese run sushi restaurant. So I studied 2 years before I worked there, and then started working there using the Japanese I learned for 2 years. And yeah, I used the Japanese I learned for 2 years working there, and that's how I got interested in more Japanese food because they had something called makanai. Makanai means it's like when you have a part-time job and at the end they feed you for free. It's called makanai. Makanai. So they had makanai, and it would be all sorts of Japanese food that they always had at the makanai. So that was delicious, especially after a long day of hard work. I was washing dishes at first. Eventually, I became a server, but at first I was washing dishes. And yeah, just after work, eating Japanese food like okonomiyaki is the first time I had that. This Japanese pancake called okonomiyaki. That was the first time I had that at that job at Sushi Avenue in Lawrenceville, Georgia. First, some of y'all that live in Georgia that watch me, y'all might have know about it, but it's no longer Sushi Avenue. The owners changed, but yeah. So that's a big part of it is Japanese food. I gained a huge attraction to Japanese food working at this Japanese restaurant that had makanai, aka Japanese food, after work. Yeah, okonomiyaki. We would have Japanese curry. We would have what else would we have? We'd have like tonkatsu, stuff like that, all sorts of stuff. Katsudon. Katsudon is like a pork cutlet with egg and some sweets, fish, broth, sauce over rice. Super good. So yeah, that's number one. I love Japanese food. I just like acquired a love for Japanese food over the time working at that restaurant. Yep. All right, number two, looking at my notes. Yeah, so I taught myself, number two is I taught myself Japanese. I started learning Japanese at age 15, and yeah, age 15 and about a year, I learned like the characters, how to write the characters, and I got a textbook, learned how to speak. I followed the AJAP method, all Japanese all the time. Basically, a lot of input, immersion. So yeah, I would just like always have Japanese stuff on. So I got pretty good at Japanese over the years. Like, yeah, over the years, probably within the 2-3 years that I had started, I got pretty good. So I was able to speak reasonably when I started working at that Japanese restaurant. And then working there also made my Japanese way better. Way better. And then, yeah, so I had been studying Japanese for about 8-9 years before I even came to Japan and started to live here. So I had a decent grasp on the language, which made it like way easier. I definitely recommend. I mean, it depends on the person, but it's nice to have a decent handle on Japanese if you're gonna live here long term. Yep. So I taught myself the language. That was number two. Number two, why I packed up and moved to Japan at age 24. Number three, the timing was just right. I wanted a fresh start. It's 24, and yeah, like I was working at this Japanese restaurant at the time called Shoya. This is still in Atlanta. Some of y'all, you could look it up. It's called Shoya Japanese Izakaya, and I was working there for a couple months, and yeah, that was also cool. A lot of Japanese staff, so I was able to use my Japanese there, and yeah, like just working there, saved up my money, and I was like, I think I want to go to Japan. And a lot of the coworkers there were like, you should definitely go to Japan. I mean, you could speak Japanese, you like Japanese food, and I was doing YouTube at the time, chefing up with Mark all the fish videos and fishing videos. So they're like, yeah, you could be like a content creator in Japan. It'd be awesome. So yeah, just kind of wanted to get a fresh start and try out living in Japan because I had never done it until then. So yeah, that's number three. And then number 4 is I love the mix of old and new culture. So obviously, living in Japan, like I had heard things before about like, oh, you don't talk on your phone on the train and stuff like that, like Japanese societal things, cultural things, but I had never really experienced it. So I wanted to come to Japan, see what it's actually like, day-to-day life living in Japan. Like, yeah, this is like a bunch of stuff, Japanese stuff, like bowing. You will see that all over Japan. One example is you see bowing when people, if they go to like a nice place, like a place to get your hair cut, like Japanese called biyōshitsu. Biyōshitsu. This is a place where you can get your hair done, cut, dyed, all that stuff. So if it's like the place I go to, they don't bow when you're done. But if it's a place like just like a little bit nicer than like, I don't know, like a super cheap place, they walk you to the door and they bow and they wait for you to like leave, like till you're gone. So that's one thing you see a lot is bowing. Also, when you cross the street in Nagano Prefecture, where I live, it's like known for being the cars will stop. Like if there's a crosswalk, they will actually stop and you cross the street. They'll let you cross the street and you bow, like a little bow, just a little head nod to say, oh, thank you for letting me go. Yeah, so I just wanted to experience Japanese culture, stuff that I had heard of before, but never really experienced up until then. So yeah, that's one thing, bowing, that like you'll see when you come to Japan, you'll just see it a lot. And yeah, so those are the 4 reasons. This is just a quick little video before I gotta go to work. Ironically, I'm working at a Japanese restaurant here in Japan, working at a izakaya today. And 5 till 10, just like a little 5-hour shifts. But yeah, just testing out. Also, y'all might notice the quality is way better. So I was using my iPhone 11 for a while, and this broke, the mic broke, and the screen's not very good. So I just upgraded to an iPhone 14 Pro. So I think the quality is very good and the sound is very good. But yeah, you guys, new phone. Expect more videos like this, just talking head videos on my sub channel, also vlog content. And then I've been filming a lot on my other channel, Studying Japanese with Mark. I'm teaching Japanese on there, and I got Japanese lessons on my website, chefingupwithmark.com. It'll say Mark's Japanese Academy, and it's 1 hour, one-on-one. I prepare the lesson, and it's for any age group or like any age level of Japanese, beginner, intermediate, advanced. I received the JLPT N1, which is the hardest Japanese test. I passed it last year around this time, actually, 2024 July. Yeah, so if y'all want a experienced Japanese teacher, hit the link in the description, Mark's Japanese Academy. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And yeah, moving here wasn't easy, but it's been one of the best decisions I've made. I'm glad I came to Japan, and you could definitely do it too. So yeah, guys, we're closing with that. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.